and
Isn't that great that we get to choose?
yeah,
We can choose where we want to choose.
no one can take our choice away, like you say. They might take our physical choices away, but when it comes to our minds and our soul, we're in charge of that.
Spirit, you're in charge.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah,
Your heart, you're in charge.
yeah. And that's quite relieving. It's probably important too. Yeah.
How long do you think that thinking about that in terms of the whole, in terms of you is of who you are?
Huge. And I'm so grateful for it because 20 years ago I didn't have that, and I'm still learning all the time, and I still use vices sometimes to because sometimes feelings are too big, but I don't beat myself up about them anymore the way I used to, because I'm just human having this life experience.
Beautiful thing. I heard you say grateful.
Yeah,
To your bird.
huge
Say
thing.
about for you being grateful.
I just feel really lucky in my life, and when I go down the slope of not feeling lucky, I catch myself a little quicker now. I have amazing family, amazing friends, amazing experiences. I love my job. But I've chosen to be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
I could choose to go, oh God, the mortgage and can't afford food, all that. But I'm really lucky. I have great experiences. Yeah.
When you go down the slippery slope, as you called it, how do you pull yourself back?
Cool. I was going to say, sometimes I just get really drunk for a night, light a fag, and off I go. But and I drink so much. Sorry, Mum, so yeah. Take a line up. Yeah. But still, the next morning, the situation's still there, right? So for me, what do? I really I take some time out on my own, take away the noise, and come back. Sometimes I'll drive out to Muriwai or Piha, and I just need to be quiet for a little bit and connect in again. And I don't know, so that's really important. I think I start to think about the things I've got in my life that are really good.
It's gratitude.
So tell us about your life purpose and your kind of understanding of what it means for you.
Connection. 100% it's about connection. For me, connecting with other people, connecting with what I do in life, connecting people together, that's a huge one for me. I love...
You matchmaker?
Yeah. No. But I love holding a social event and different people coming together and meeting, and at work I'm always like, you guys should totally work with those guys, and doing cross-team stuff and collaboration. I love that. But connection is huge. I think it's the purpose in life, is connection. And I sometimes wonder if we live our lives so busy and so passing each other in the mall or the street that we don't stop and connect. Really connect, and we get scared of it. It's like vulnerability.
Especially nowadays with all the kind of like devices in front of people and computers or work, so it tends to like, there's other people around.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree with that one.
Yeah. And I think that's where the magic is, and yeah, so connection is the purpose for me in life, connecting people, connecting with people.
So what I've come across, Ben, is that when people aren't feeling safe in their life, they can't connect.
Yeah.
So how did you move away from maybe feeling unsafe at some stage?
That's a big one. I'm trying to think, because when I was younger, I didn't always feel safe, but I guess I was always looking for the connection to feel safe.
Feel safe.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah, I think connection is what makes it's a strange transition. And I would say 4 years ago, it might have really clicked for me, because I would never be vulnerable. vulnerability wasn't, and I was, no, you're not going to get at me emotionally, you know. And then someone explained that vulnerability doesn't mean you're going to fall apart. It just means you can be open. So I had to put the foundations in place so I felt safe. I had to make my own self feel safe to be able to be vulnerable. Still not sure on that word actually, but
That's the right awareness.
to connect. Because if I think of it as we work on autopilot all the time, and to step out of that and decide to be the pilot of your own life, you have to create the infrastructures around you so you can fly the best you can fly.
What's that gap that you bridge between the two?
Yeah, that bridge, that is an actual bridge, is an interesting one actually. I don't know how I got across that bridge. I think I looked at what was in my life and what was good for me and what wasn't. So it's a scary thing to start peeling back the things that aren't. And it feels quite lonely. But I knew to stay in that autopilot space was not going to serve me well. So I had to really put some new infrastructures in place, be around people and concepts or even places that were good for me. And I started to see the shifts occurring.
Was that a shift from sort of more towards an internal sort of identity, looking through your own eyes, looking outwards, that identity?
Yeah, I would say so. Because for so long, I'd looked externally for that gratification that I'm okay. So to turn it around and start to look at, actually, I need to decide. I need to look at my values, who I am, who I associate with. And that'll determine what's good for me, not what everyone else is going to tell me it should be. And that is a shift. And I practiced it, but another learning process. No, I'm just thinking I hadn't actually sat down and thought about it till right now that it's just natural now. Whereas 4 years ago, that wouldn't have been natural.
It's almost like a spiritual shift, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a very, I guess it's spiritual, holistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the spirit and the mind and physically, you know, starting to not do things that weren't good for me physically anymore. Still do a little bit, but yeah. Sometimes a little bit of naughty things. But yes, Sarah, you're going to have balance. Yeah, all about the balance. Yeah. But not telling myself I'm a bad person if I do something that